Uh, yeah. Come on, come on. Let's do it. You know, this is where you can talk shit to me. Once you come up on the panel, you can. Here's the invite. Here. Have fun if you do. Hey, news now, Port Angel. How are you? Well, everybody's well. Anybody's welcome to come up here. Share our links in the chat there. You want to talk shit, you can talk shit. Got something to say to me or about somebody, bring it on. And it's the place to do it. You want to. If not, we could just have a good old panel. Don't matter either way. Good, good, good news for news now, Port Angel. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm just now waking up from a nap, so weather outside is very bad. It actually got nice and warm today. It's just everything's starting to melt off. Everywhere you walk, you get wet. you know, yeah. I mean, it's freaking insane. It really is. But I'm gonna start this out. Saying, I don't know where Sicky Ricky's been. Whatever. I hope Sicky Ricky is learning to say you want to diddle with a kid was the wrong thing to say. Hey, Bill Admin, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're well. I do, however, hope everybody in Texas, including Sicky Ricky, has gotten their electricity back. And it's good to see that things are starting to warm up there. You know, so I'm glad for that. Uh, but yeah, these people that want to sit there and say they want to diddle kids, they ain't gonna. That don't fly very well with a lot of people. And to have said that to Bird was not the right thing to have done. A lot of people mind. Yes, he don't even. Hey, Bell, I just added you as a moderator to my channel. I see how well you moderate upstates. So I want I I put you in there, buddy, as well. Yeah, yeah. To have said that even in a if you were upset with the person, trying to get them to uh fight, whatever, that is the wrong thing to say. Uh, to say you want to go and actually use the R word, uh, a child, uh, I had looked it up. That's a first degree felony in Texas, so you know. And he was dead to rights on a first degree felony. He keeps saying he's going to get his guns back. He can't get his guns back because he's a felon as well. He was given a felony charge when he pulled a gun out on on a poor pizza delivery guy. Uh, and the pizza delivery guy was unarmed. He likes to call people cowards. That to me is a coward, an unarmed man, a young kid. He's supposed to be this ex-pro wrestler from way back, and the man with the belts, everything else. He had to pull a gun on a scrawny ass pizza delivery boy. There's a there's a man for you, man. Man that says he's gonna diddle a kid and pulls a gun out on a pizza delivery guy. And people say, "Oh, you can't use that." He says you can't use that against me. I paid my debt. No, you didn't. You're still on probation. So you haven't paid your debt to society there, Sicky Ricky. So yeah, there are some things that you should think about, Sicky Ricky, when you want to blab your mouth and tell lies about people. The truth might come out and bite you in the ass, Sicky Ricky. Rick Crude is his name. That's what he goes by. News Now, Port Angels. The guy is he says he's a wrestler from way back. That's part of his wrestle talk. You know, if that's I ain't never heard one wrestler say they were going to go to someone's house, grab their child, and diddle their child. Okay, I'm trying to say nicely what he actually said. He used the R word, RAP, and then you know the rest of it. Uh, this man's infant child, his infant child. That's sad. Uh, Mr. Chicky Ricky is what we call him because of that. There you go. Supposedly back in the day, he was right. He was back in the day in like the second class lucha stuff, and then the class right under ECW there and all that. And he said he had some spot little cameo spots. Uh, um, uh, for an ECW and things like that. Hey, Beowulf. But you know, I watched ECW for years. I've seen them say some stupid, fucked up shit, even racist shit. Okay, against Mexicans, against against blacks, but I never ever once heard one of them say they were going to go to someone's house, find their kid, and then diddle them. Okay, mad or not at someone. Never once did I ever see that. So, needless to say, uh, the he way overstepped his bounds. It was disgusting. And and I hung out with the boys in the Missouri State Federation wrestling camp there for a while, and I never once heard any of them do that. And I've had them spit on me, you know, because I was the heckler. I was the guy that was out there in that freaking crowd that just heckled the hell out of them wrestlers. Call them pieces of crap, tub of lard. There's one guy that he went by the name of Tugboat. He actually did make it into the WWE for just a tiny bit. And Tugboat, when he was in the Missouri Federation of Wrestling, uh, he uh, uh, he got he got so mad at me one day he actually spit on my foot. And I tried to come across the damn little line, and about four freaking security guards grabbed me and stopped me. And then later on, because I had a really good friend that was part of that, I went back there to the tent they were using to change clothes and things like that. And me and Tugboat sat down. He's like, man, he said, I meant to spit on the ground beside you. I didn't mean for it to hit your foot. He said, I saw that and I knew why you were pissed. That's why you're back here. He said, he says, he says, he says, I told them security guard to let you go. He says, I already knew you a little bit. I know your friends over here with George. And I'm like, yeah. I said, man, I took, when it first happened, that was, uh, uh, that's just something, it happened. I didn't think you really meant it, but at the time, that was disgusting, and I wanted to let you have a piece of my mind. I was going to get in your face. He said, yeah, I know. So, needless to say, that was one of my little stories there. But yeah, the guy wound up using one of my friends wound up getting a Missouri Federation of Wrestling heavyweight title there for a while and things like that. Uh, and that was a lot of fun times in my life. I like that shit. Uh, uh, yes, they do like the rhetoric of being stupid, but not to that point. You know, um, they'll push an envelope hard, and I know that. But I've never seen one push the envelope saying that they wanted to go get someone's kid and an infant child and say that they wanted to actually uh, do the R word to them. I mean that's just disgusting. So, hey, Jim, well, hey, Beowulf, how are you doing? I hope y'all are well. Yeah, that's a bit overboard there. Hey, Rob C, the Rebel Redneck, how are you? I know, Rob C. I've been watching that. Uh, yeah, and needless to say, now that I'm glad I got my channel back, I want the world to know what this man's about. Honestly, to have even those type of thoughts to piss someone off, it almost makes me wonder if he has those kind of thoughts when he ain't mad at someone. You know, I have been pissed off at a lot of people in my lifetime, but the last thing that I ever thought that would come to my mind is I'm going to go grab your kid and I'm going to go diddle him right in front of you and talking about an infant child. You know, she, yeah, or any child for that matter. I've just never used that as a way to piss off someone. You know, um, Probably the most effective one, the most effective thing I've used to piss off someone is calling them boy. You know, when you're mad at each other, you know that sort of works pretty good to push someone's buttons. So needless to say, I just thought the world needed to know about Mr. Sicky Ricky Rick Crude, you know, and him wanting to go do that to a infant child and saying he was doing that. He wanted to do that to Bird's infant child. You know, that's sort of disgusting to me. Uh, then, like I said before that, one of his major screw ups. Hey, poor dirt farmer, how are you? I hope you're well. One of his major screw ups before that was to pull a gun, and this made national news, so you can't deny it. And actually, I think it actually made it on international to on ABC, you know, that he pulled a gun on a unarmed pizza delivery guy. He calls other people cowards all the time, but that's a coward act. Period. End of statement. Pull a gun on a guy that it's not even armed. Uh, Shit. And that ain't even half your size. That's a coward. Big time coward. Yeah. If anybody wants to come up and change what I'm saying, you come up. Poor Dirt Farmer, I saw you out auditing today. I thought for sure you were going to get a trespass at that post office because you seem to draw them. But that guy that you met, that postmaster guy, was actually really cool, and it was, and he answered your question directly, precisely. I was actually quite well impressed with the man. I was glad to see someone doing his job properly, and uh, and that he assured you that he was going to get the POW MIA flag up there for you, or for everybody, which is great. I was so happy to see that, man. Uh, Good audits today. A good audit. And okay, I see a face. Who is this? Awful young looking. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
you.
it's you.
How are
How are
you,
you,
Aiden?
Aiden?
Good,
Good,
good.
good.
And
Uh,
Uh,
are we live on YouTube?
yes.
yes.
Hello, YouTube.
I'm gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to
have
put
to
you
put you
back down.
back
This
down.
is
This
an
is an
adult
adult
show.
show.
So, sorry, can't have youngins. Sorry about that, buddy. Yep. And I put him right on back down. He gonna get mad just like he does with at the police, you know. Yeah, I have it set. I have it set. So he shouldn't have been. That just shows he's able to come in through that. He's got an account that has a false uh, uh, age on it. I did. I got him gone. I got him gone as soon as I did. I knew who it was. I just said hi, and then I got him out of there upstate. I did. He probably gets a notification when I go live, and that's that. He's gotta have to have a thing with an age on it that says he can't. That's the wrong age. That's the only way he could have got in there. He got gone quick. Anybody want to come up that isn't a child? You're more than welcome to come up. Like upstate, Porter Farmer, FDSS. He's blocked upstate. Don't worry. He's done. It's all good. But you all are more than welcome to come up. You can't verify. It won't send you the number. Can't verify what? Getting into string yards. Just hit the link I put out there. Here, I'll put it out there in YouTube land too for you. And then that should get you in there. There you go. That should be able to get you in there, PDF. Upstate, if you want to come up, you can, bro. You know that. Anybody can. You can talk whatever you want. We can have a good panel. We can have a bad panel. I just want the world to know about Mr. I just want to let the world know about Mr. Sicky Ricky and what he thinks is acceptable, which is not acceptable to a lot of people. I know people here in Rochester, if he would have said that too, that they would have hurt him. Hey, Upstate, what's up, man?
Dude, you see my avatar?
Yeah, it looks badass.
That's from me to that kid. Stay the fuck off YouTube.
Well, at least out of adult channels.
Jesus.
Right?
Have your mama or your daddy come on, not you.
Right.
If they want to have you in the fucking background, that's cool, but not fucking no. And then they get that.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I've had a kid on mine twice. And I know how it is. So
did you have to verify a code? Did you have to verify?
Sit here and sympathize with you, brother.
Yeah. Did you have to verify a code to get into my channel?
No.
For some reason, Upstate has something going on that he has to verify.
You are Upstate.
I don't
This is Upstate.
Or Porter Farmer, excuse me. My bad. I was looking at your damn name and I go Upstate and Porter Farmer saying that, yeah, it ain't my setting, Porter Farmer. I promise you, man. It ain't my setting.
Always happy to see you. Thank you, Beowulf.
So I don't know what's going on there, bro, and why they won't send you that either. The only thing I'd say, maybe back out of StreamYard and try again and see if it'll let you in.
Verify, dude. Verify. I never had to verify.
Yeah, I don't ever. I just hit the link and come up. I don't know.
Bill, I will take a toke.
Go ahead. You can even show that on here. I don't care. You know that. If you're gonna show it on your panel, I don't care if you show it on mine.
Look at my hair. I got bad head still.
Hold on. So do I. I just woke up too.
Look, baby. Look, Tammy's hair is all fucked up.
I just woke up too, so no milk.
Oh, dude, I stayed up till like fucking late as fuck in the morning, and yeah, I slept all fucking day. I slept right
Dude,
through
I
that.
didn't go to bed till 9 o'clock this morning,
God
and I
damn.
just woke up.
You're like me, man. Like I had to find out because they wouldn't let me monetize last night.
Mhm.
So I had to cut that part out of my fucking video or
Right?
out of my live. And after I cut it out of my live and everything, I went back this morning and I fucking made it so that I could monetize and all that shit. And
Right.
I put some
I'm glad you got
commercials in there.
1,000 viewers to monetize with, man.
Do what?
I'm glad you got 1,000 subs to monetize with.
Fuck yeah! Like I was stressing over that. That was the thing that it wasn't the 1,000 subscribers. It was watch hours.
See, I'm totally opposite of you. I got enough watch hours. I got that tripled what they say for watch hours. I just need the subs now. I got
Oh, fuck, dude.
839. I got
All you need,
839 the last time I checked. So
Tammy, all you got to do is come to my fucking panel every night and post that fucking link. Keep fucking
every time I go to post that fucking link, Bill Admin's on it for me. So
well, see, Bill,
he is
Bill
great.
is a
He
great
even got a
mod,
mod
dude.
here. So hey, PDF, what's up, buddy?
Hey, PDF.
Oh,
Glad you figured it out.
I don't even know if I figured it out, but I'm here.
Man,
Get
me
me out my
and Citizen
business,
Z, when you walked into that and walked up to the post office and went in, we both
Yeah.
said and typed it at the same time. Well, there's poor dirt farmer, another trespass.
You noticed I wait for a few people to come in the room before I even got out of the truck again because of that you just don't know. You just never know.
Right.
We're in Florida, man.
Yep.
Hey, Ricky,
I didn't
small
want
size
to
me on the
look
thing down
terrible.
What's that?
Hey, I
upstate?
didn't want to look terrible. What's that upstate?
Put me on the smaller thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't have
I
such a
can do
big
that.
head.
Yeah, here. Hold on. Let's see here.
Yeah, there you go.
There
God,
you go.
man, it was swelling my head up, giving me a headache.
Okay, go ahead, Porter Farmer.
I got you on the big screen TV. It really didn't help.
Hey, look what I got.
I'm not going to look. I'm going to the chat. Fuck you. Hello,
You got
chat.
whacked.
How y'all doing here? Douglas, Bill, Hot Rod. Oh, Hot Rod.
2
My
grams
favorite
of
troll,
whack.
Hot Rod. What's up?
No, Hot Rod, you're not blocked. I see you wide open there.
Am I still blocked?
I can't believe that kid came in and said, "Is this YouTube? Am I on YouTube?"
Right.
And then he said, "Hello, YouTube." I'm like, "Get that fucking kid off of there!" I couldn't move
I
my
did.
fingers fast enough.
That's Aiden. That's a youngin from FTP's. He hangs out in FTP's channel a lot. FTP can't even let him up on his channel anymore. He tried to for a while, and then he got a little rambunctious, and he can't do that. So, and once I figured out it was Aiden, I'm like, okay, sorry.
Somebody asked me about the law for the POW flag.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
It's
It's your food.
The
Be right back.
POW flag.
I think Trump is the one who made the executive order or whatever that all post offices in the United States have to have a POW flag flying underneath of their American flag. Now, if they have a, don't tread on me flag, it has to be below the POW flag. You know what I mean? But The POW flag has to be flown at all post offices, and it must be flown under the United States flag. And that's the rule. It's a federal rule now, law, however you want to word it. But yeah, that's why I went in there. And, I wasn't there to really just do an audit, which it basically was one. So I wasn't going to just stand in there and, just try to watch for a while, like a lot of people say, oh, you took too long. You didn't take long enough. You should have stood in there. But I got the blonde on the camera as much as I could for you, Tammy. I didn't want to make myself look like a perv. You know what I'm saying? I seen the girl there, dude. I knew you did too. I know how you are, blood. I tried to.
Yeah, you're saying, look at the old glory blade. I'm watching the blonde walking around.
Hey, and I moved the camera. When she bent over to tie her shoe, I moved the camera for you guys.
And then right before you turned, there was a pretty brunette walking in.
Oh, yeah, they're all over that place. This is Florida, man. Wherever you look, you see pretty girls in Florida, man. That's just the way it is down here. Well, all girls are pretty to me, but,
Right. I was like, damn it, man. But yeah, that I saw that blog where she was in the post office, and I'm like, damn it, you walked away from her again. Quit it.
Well, the camera walked away from her. I'll admit that. I wasn't going to do that to the poor girl. Don't mean I didn't look, but I might have, but I might not have. I'm just saying.
Bubble Crunch, you can say what you want here. I said that StreamYards is where if you want to talk freely, talk here. When I'm doing my little news things, don't come over there and do that because that's going to get you banned. And when you're banned, you don't get to come over here and talk freely anymore either. So just when you want to talk freely and say what the fuck you want, say it. This is what StreamYards is for. So, but I can tell you now, a lot of these people that go ahead, Porter the Farmer.
The dislike bubble crotch. They're disliked for most of the cop watchers.
No,
most of the cop watchers and auditors sit here and fill up their like a badge of honor.
Anymore.
Nice to wear the
donation. Just ordered one too.
I don't know. I don't know bubble crotch, but I understand the statement. That's a good statement to have a debate over. But it's not about me. Well, it might be about me, half of it, but half of it is not about me because I ain't got no damn weed. But if I had some, and if it was legal, I'd be smoking the shit out of it. I'm just saying for everybody. Right.
Come on. And from what I read from that lawyer group, I forget the name of them now. Shit, I'm brain farting tonight. Bad. But that group with the lawyers that was that helped get it legalized medically.
Got one.
It won't be too long. It should be actually recreationally in Florida.
So how does Bubble Crotch know that the money of the weed that's being smoked came from donations?
Yeah,
dude, I don't know that. How can you say it comes from donations, Bubble Crotch? Because if it does, that wouldn't be right. But I mean, how can you make that accusation? Put it this way: cite your sources, as they say. Cite your sources, Bubble Crotch.
Right now, but at least we had it ordered.
Hey, upstate, I'm gonna. There you go. He muted himself.
But you see what I'm saying? The Bubble Crotch comes out there and says that they're disliked for most of the cop watchers / auditors. And then there is no comma. It goes straight into finishing this long sentence. Sit there and show off their weed like it's a badge of honor, which if it's legal, I don't know badge of honor, but nice seeing where the donations / monies go. So now your dislike for people is because they're sitting there smoking weed and your accusation is that they're using donation monies to buy this weed that they're sitting there smoking. That's the statement that you just made, which is pretty much absurd.
Buys my weed.
That's absurd, huh?
My old lady buys my weed.
Well, it don't matter. You shouldn't even say where it comes from. That ain't their business. That doesn't never say anything like that. That's giving up free information they don't need. But how can you say that when you don't know? It's like you're making an accusation. You've made an opinion, and your opinion is,
free.
There you go.
All right, cool. But hey, your opinion is you don't like someone because they have something that you are assuming that they use something which is donation monies to buy. How does that? I don't understand. That's the kind of person right there.
I know some of these people are actually truly and truthfully using it for a medical purpose.
Exactly.
But it don't even matter. That's not even the point.
Some days, if I don't smoke, I fucking you don't want to be around me. So my old lady
gotta be around. I don't care. But my point is the comment. It ain't the matter of what the drugs, who's got what, how much they show it off, how much they smoke. The comment is they made an accusation. They don't like somebody for a reason, but the reason that they have, they can't verify.
Right.
They can't verify the reason that they have that they dislike someone.
Right.
How does that even make sense in their fucking minds is what I want to understand. You know, I really would like to understand.
Well, I'd like to know that as well. You just beat me to the same line of questioning.
Well, think about it. You know, you figure it out like this. You know, they can't cite their sources.
Right.
They can't cite their sources. They can't say where they got the information from.
I just want to interject.
They just thought
it. Country boy down there in chat. That is a very good old boy. Tammy knows him, but Tammy, I would like to introduce you to Country Boy, aka Activism NNY. This kid knows what he's fucking doing, and if I can get him more often, I damn sure going to, because this boy, he needs the fucking he's got the spirit, but he doesn't have the knowledge all the way, just like me. I don't have fucking the knowledge near as much as I should, but we're all in training. Let's put it that way. None of us are fucking lawyers.
Right.
But
hey, you watch Bay Area Transparency. Go binge watch fucking Bay Area Transparency. You want to learn? You want to fucking learn? There's no better out here. That son of a bitch, man, I'll tell you what, he's fucking phenomenal.
Hey, hold on. I need to add another thing. And Country Boy, and if you want to learn how to get trespassed from almost everywhere you go binge watch Poor Dirt Farmer.
You just don't like me, man. They just don't like me. Hey, check this out. Here's what I was thinking. A tractor with a cop car, and underneath it have www.poordirtfarmer.com, and then underneath that have they just don't like me. That'd be a good jacket. My friend's an artist. He wants me to come up with something to paint on a jacket. Because he painted my other jacket. Here's the jacket he painted 10 years ago. I mean, it's got.
Oh, wow. That's pretty.
He took a picture. He took a print out of a picture. You know what I mean? And he painted this on my coat. And he just started his page yesterday. His page is Masca. I forget the rest of it. MASTA or something, Masta. But he makes these metal masks, and he does all kinds of shit, man. He's insane. He fucking crawls around on 500-foot towers. He's fucking nuts. But he's my friend. And if you see him out here, his name's Masca something, which means iron mask in Greek. But he's the only person on YouTube with that name because I researched it and found it for him. And it means, like I said, I can't find it. Masca Sidero. Huh?
I was saying hi to Caterpillar. She just came into the chat.
Master Ace. Master Sakwai Russia.
Sidero. Let me find it. I got it.
And Hot Rod said he agreed with that statement because he hates us all.
We love you, Hot Rod. Hot Rod's our favorite. Our favorite troll is Hot Rod.
Oh,
No, I got one that comes
Yeah.
in here. They used to go by the name of Tutti Frutti. I forget what his name is now, but that guy, he's like bud grower's troll, comes off with some of the most fucked up shit ever, and he cracks me up, so he's always telling me he's got teeth for me and all sorts of shit. So
Country Boy and I are going to do that Rochester thing again. We're going to go pick up Tammy this time.
Yep.
Probably
That's
get
gonna
him
be
to come
cool.
over and stay at the fucking motel, because when we get up, we ain't going to his house. We're going to fucking get up and go.
And Poor Dirt Farmer, I want to let you know, don't hold your breath, because it is going to be a raffle type thing. Pull your name out of a hat type thing. But if I win it, which is a big if, it's a
Hey,
nice camera. It's a
ain't
nice
shit
camera with a
done
lot of
until it's
accessories.
done.
You will be the recipient of that camera, Poor Dirt Farmer. So you know.
Yeah, me too. I mean, seriously, I
know Poor Dirt Farmer. Pretty much all he has is that damn phone.
yeah,
And
I think
I know
everybody
some of
should
the
have
places he's at and auditing, like Dixie County and Taylor County. They're notorious for taking your shit. And oops, I lost it in the evidence locker. And then 4 months later, you'll get a phone back that they went out and bought to replace the phone they lost.
No, not if you're on the res.
Not if you're on the res.
Here.
Not if you're on the res up here.
She's saying.
What are you talking about?
They will steal your shit and never give it back.
Oh yeah. This is down in Florida, in Dixie County and Taylor County, and like Chiefland,
Talking
Perry,
about Aqua Sauce res up here.
and all the Cross City, all of them. They're like that. So
right there.
yeah,
Man, I had to
he
go
will
buy
be.
this shit today.
What is it? You froze up. It's blurry. Here it is. Ear solution.
Ow.
Cymox ear solution.
Fucking hey, $30 for that little bottle right there, dude. For the fucking dog's ears. $29.99 for this little fucking bottle.
God dang.
That's cool.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Giving him a root canal in your ear with it or what?
Nah, he got a yeast infection. He's a little yeasty. I'm just saying.
Guys, let the trolls talk. This is where they get to talk. Okay. I don't mind that. Now, when I'm doing my stuff over on my news stuff, have at them. That's when I'm coming in doing a news story, not just bullshitting on a panel. Have at them. You can freaking whack a troll over there. But here in StreamYards, they can talk what they want. Hopefully, they would have the balls to get up here and talk face to face and maybe get some differences talked out.
That's right.
I had to put my foot in Adam's ass again today. I booted his ass up out of my channel. I tried to give Adam a chance, but he's been a troll for 10 years out here. He's like a thorn in my side. And every once in a while, I feel sorry for you, Adam. But, sometimes I just look in there and see your name, and just seeing your name pisses me off, and I ban you for no reason. But, hey, that's just the way I am. So,
Hey,
about your luck.
And me.
Sorry about your luck, Adam. Today wasn't your day, Adam, is all I can tell you. When I seen Adam's name pop up, I don't even know what he said, but I kicked his ass out back to the spot.
Hey, that's really bad, Adam? Because the only time you ever kicked me out of anything, and you didn't even kick me out of your chat, you only kicked me off your YouTube. I was really being an asshole that day, and you asked me to quit being an asshole that day, like 20 times. So that's really bad to be insta-banned by Poor Dirt Farmer.
Hey, but we don't hate nobody forever. But every once in a while, you get pissed at each other. You don't hold your grudge for. At least I don't hold a grudge forever against pretty much anybody. You know what I mean? I might get pissed I get mad. My old lady gets mad at me, and she ain't held a grudge forever. Yeah. I got mad at her once or twice, maybe, allegedly, and I didn't hold it against her forever.
Right.
At least I hope not.
Someday I'm the same way, man. Except for there is one thing that'll get me to dislike you for a long time. And when you start talking bad about kids, what's that? Go ahead, Porter.
I ain't never going to quit holding it against.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to quit. I had to fix that. I had to fix that remark because the trolls were going to go crazy if I didn't fix that. You know.
Right. What are we looking at, Upstate?
I put a link in the private chat. I put a link in the private chat. That's my buddy's new channel, man. I just got him to start it up yesterday, and I only want good people subscribed to him. So if y'all want to click on it, if you can, I don't know if you even can while we're here, but that's my buddy's new link. He was like 500 feet up on a tower and shit, looking down with his camera phone. And one day he dropped the camera phone. And the son of a bitch actually bent around this thing at the bottom, this bracket. The phone was curved when it was broke all the shit, but it was actually bent. The whole phone was like a horseshoe. That's how it hit. It wasn't flat. He couldn't flatten it out no more.
But thanks, this is MCC. Michigan Constitutional Crusaders out and about right now. And I thought we'd, give them a little, looks like
airtime.
Freaking media with him.
Yeah.
Looks like freaking media. But
that's good, Lost Center.
Yeah, there we go. We got sound now.
There we go.
I don't think I can even see it.
He's got someone in his chat that's a government agent and been proven to be.
I only see him from the back, but that kind of looks like freaking media, but in a way, no.
Did we lose Poor Dirt Farmer? If we lost Poor Dirt Farmer.
What the hell happened to PDF?
His connection, unfortunately, is crappy. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is MCC and somebody else live. And I don't know who's in the back holding freaking camera, but
it could be that they just got a camera holder back there.
No, because the camera's not moving with the car.
Oh yeah, you're right. Poor Dirt Farmer said because of his connection, he couldn't handle the video.
Oh shit. Yep. Well, let's cut the video off and just go to StreamYard.
All right. That's good. Yeah, PDF, you can come on back, buddy. Go ahead and drop that on down there.
Yeah, we'll take that off for a while because he ain't doing nothing.
Right. But, yeah, come on back up here, PDF. You're welcome up here. You know that. He where he lives at, and there's a lot of places actually out in Florida that have real shitty reception. And he happens to be in one of those places.
It's in the iron in the ground.
Well, it ain't just that. They have what they call lodestones as well, which is a magnetic type of rock. There's a place called Hell's Half Acre, and down there, it's actually a state-owned. No, actually, it's national park actually down there. That it's full of lodestones. Your compass won't even work in there. Nothing works in there.
Did you know that there's a place in Oklahoma that there's the symbol like on the ground. You go stand in the middle of that symbol, you can't hear anybody outside of you, and you can't hear anybody like outside that circle.
Yeah.
They can't hear you.
Wow. That's insane. That's cool.
And when you stand there, it sounds like everything you're saying goes wah 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 wah.
Wow. That's cool.
And there is no electrical devices underneath. It's just that symbol shows where it is. It used to
Right.
be a field and people stand in it and everything and thought it was pretty cool. And well, they made like a little thing out of it, and it's not all that cool, I don't think. I mean, I get kind of fucking disturbed and like the hair on the back of my neck stands up and shit. And yeah, I don't like that shit at all.
But them lodestone. See, back what a lot of people don't know, back in the Civil War and before the Civil War time, there was a volcano in that area that was actually erupting during that time, and they used to use it almost like a lighthouse, almost, and a landmark when they were coming in to get into St. Mark's and the river, the St. Mark's River and all. But they believed them lodestones were spit up out of that damn volcano. And
that's just like Sands or Hot Springs, Arkansas. Same thing. You know, they would go from one place to another and know that Hot Springs was there because of the glow.
Yep.
And
now you don't get to see the glow, but you just look for the steam.
Yeah, you could do that if you're close, but if you're way far away and up on a hill, you could see the glow.
Yep.
And you could see it in the sky too.
Right.
The sky would just light up.
But yeah, that's to make them hot springs is a geological event.
Yeah, it's
and it's generally caused because of a volcano.
Everywhere in Hot Springs that you go, you can't help it. But in the morning there's steam, and it's that place is gonna. They feel quakes every day. There's always a quake. But
a little 1-pointer, 2-pointer.
And you can feel that shit.
You sure can.
Yeah, I've been sitting in like I'll be sitting on bed or sitting on a chair out there talking to my mom or something, and the whole thing would vibrate. I'm like, what the fuck is vibrating? Mom say, oh, it's just the earthquake.
Yep.
Well, she tried that shit out in California when we lived there, and I wasn't having it. I just felt like that fucking shit, like over and over and over again, and fucking. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. I mean, I
lived in Mexico, Missouri for a little while, which is only like about 100 miles from New Madrid, Missouri. And New Madrid, Missouri was named after the New Madrid Fault, which is the fault that goes right down the Mississippi River.
Right.
And I woke up one day to falling out of my bed because there was a 4.8 earthquake that was there that hit not too far. It was right in between New Madrid and Puxico. And
been in an earthquake where it rolled like this, where you see the ground actually rolling.
Yeah, I ain't never seen one that big.
I've seen that. I was riding my bike when that happened.
Wow.
I was about 8 years old. It was a 6-point something hit Huntington Beach, California. And I'll never forget that. Never, ever in my life. You could see like the sidewalk snapping. Just and the reason they put grooves all the way through in the sidewalks
Just to keep it from snapping. Yep.
Yeah, keep it from fucking snapping. And I'll tell you, dude, I don't do earthquakes very well.
I don't blame you. I didn't like it when I went there through that 4.8er. That's some bitch. I was like, it literally woke me up. It happened at 3:28 in the morning, I think it was, and it literally threw me out of the bed, and then I freaking and I freaking woke up and I could still feel my house shaking. I'm like, holy fuck, what is going on?
You can hear the house still creaking.
Yeah.
After it's over, the house will still creak for hours.
Wow.
Yeah, these are
See,
old.
I guess that one was too small for that to happen to me.
They were made in like the 60s. About the 60s. Because they were the old looking houses that were painted green and shit like that from back in the day, you know. I don't know, maybe even the 50s. But you look up Yorktown and Garfield and look at the earthquakes in that general area in Huntington Beach and guarantee that motherfucker I was in. That one back in it was like fucking the 70s. Sometime in the 70s. It's before the 80s because the 80s I was in high school. So it had to have been early 70s. And you look up that fucking earthquake, I was in that motherfucker riding my goddamn bike, watching the shit fucking. I remember riding down the street and one of the waves made me jump. Well, I crashed like a fucking like a evil Knievel fucking wind up, you know. I fucking it's hard, man.
Well, yeah. by the way, Biden is I wanted to let you all know Biden is setting up even the U.S. mail to help them out because he's now appointing 3 new people of his choosing to 3 open seats in the post office that have been open for years. Okay, no one wanted to put them in there because the money wasn't there for the post office. Now, for some reason, the post office has become a priority of his. So he is appointing 3 new people to that.
That's kind of good.
Well, maybe not, being that that's how that was the most contended subject of the election this year. I'm just saying.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I've been trying to hold it and I can't do it no more.
Okay, no problem. Go. Swammy, you lived through a tornado? Damn, man. I had one go a quarter of a mile from my house when I was a kid down I-44, Interstate 44 in Sullivan, Missouri, and it went from Sullivan, Missouri, and almost to Stanton, Missouri. And when it did, it picked up cars and threw them clean, like a mile from the interstate, like a kid would toss their Matchbox cars around, you know. It took, but probably the most wicked thing I ever seen was the Ditch Witch building. It literally came and picked that thing up. It picked up this tin building, spun it around, half around, set it back down on its foundation backwards. It was probably the most wicked thing we ever seen. And they actually rebuilt the building, or not rebuilt it, but reset the building and all to where it was like that. And they built it used to be The front door, you walk straight into the front door, and then after that, they had to build a sidewalk around the dang building there, and brought it around to the front, where the front was now. Then, and you walk to it. So it was really weird. Probably one of the most wicked things I ever seen for a tornado. You know. So, but yeah, I was hoping to. I love Yorktown and Bushard Street. I'm older, but I remember the earthquake. That earthquake. Wow. Tammy, did your house land on top of a wicked? No, actually, believe it or not, where we were pretty well protected from that tornado. Thank goodness. Now it did rock the freaking trailer pretty good, but we were mostly protected from it, so
I
it was
was
good
in
news.
that F5 or F6 or whatever that hit Oklahoma City. I was
F5.
uh, I was in Midwest City or on the other side of Midwest City when that tornado went through Oklahoma City. I
Right.
watched it.
I was there. I was there 3 hours, 3.5 hours after the one that hit Joplin, that tore
Damn.
Joplin, Missouri up. I was the woman I was dating at that time. Her two of her daughters lived in Joplin. One didn't get hurt; she got down in the basement. The other one, they were driving when the tornado hit, and they had to ride it out through in their car. And they had to inject dye into her daughter's
You know,
body to show up all the wood particles that were drove into her skin and they drove into her arms, drove into her chest and everything from that tornado, to get them out because X-rays don't pick up uh, wood particles and things. And so, needless to say, they had to inject her with dye and do all sorts of CAT scans and things like that and MRIs, so
I've
that way they knew where it was.
like how they have on uh what Twister. I see
Mm-hmm.
cows and
Yeah.
trucks and shit. I seen that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I literally. Well, there's a cow.
Yep.
There's a horse. I
Well,
mean,
we had a tornado that years later it went over at treetop level. You know, you can see where it just tore the shit out of the tops of the
oh yeah.
trees, but it didn't really bother anything on the ground. But we go out and there's this goat. We never seen this goat before. The goat had a collar on.
Like 10 miles away.
No, it came from 56 miles away.
See?
That fucking goat rode in that tornado 56 miles, and it was not hurt. You cannot.
I bet it was
We did
cold
not
as
find a
fuck.
scratch on that goat. That was insane, dude. We
Yeah.
called up the people because there was a collar on it, like they would a dog, and it had a freaking name on it and everything. They said, "Yeah, that's our goat." We told them what it looked like and everything. They said, "Yep, that's our goat." I'm like, "What?" And they said, "Yeah, we're about 56 miles away from you. Can you bring us back our goat?" And yeah, we got in the car. We loaded the thing up in the truck in a cage we had. We drove right on over there to the freaking place. Gave them back the goat.
I bet that goat was happy as fuck.
Lost Generations. Did you not just listen to what I said? Did you not listen to what I just said? We drove that goat home. It was in our yard. Not on. This wasn't the news. I promise you.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute because I got a pack of.
But that's amazing that it actually went that far in a tornado. You know, it's like we couldn't figure it out. No one else could figure it out. No one knew how that goat survived that. I mean, that freaking tornado tore some shit up too. I'm telling you, that was an F3, and it was a bad tornado. It tore some shit up. It tore up trailer parks. It tore up trees. It tore up hundreds. Well, I ain't gonna say hundreds of acres, but quite a few acres of corn going through there.
Dude, it sucked the street off of the fucking ground, tore fire hydrants out of the ground along with the pipes. That one that hit Oklahoma City.
Oh yeah, that one that hit freaking Joplin did the same thing, dude. The one that hit Joplin did the same thing, dude. There was one lady. She put a ward out after everything was done, and they were starting to clean up the mess and all, because she was missing her safe. Okay, now the safe didn't have anything of real true value. It was personal value stuff, like hand-me-down heirloom shit. But she put a ward out. They found that safe 22 miles from the spot it should have been.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, man. And that was in the floor, in the ground floor, built into the floor of the house safe. And the safe wasn't no light thing either. I'm telling you that either. So could you imagine getting caught up into that and that thing hitting you? They found Poor Dirt Farmer made it back finally. How you doing, Poor Dirt Farmer? Welcome back.
PDF is here.
Yeah.
Ow, well, my fucking knee is killing me.
Yeah, I've seen that too, Bayo.
Stay off it.
Are you going to talk, Poor Dirt Farmer, or not?
I'm trying to turn off my YouTube, but my signal sucks.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I was explaining that to him about how you're in one of those spots there in Florida that it really sucks.
So she did one with his birthstone in it. Baby cakes.
Yes, Beowulf, I have literally seen a tornado suck a pond dry. Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the most wicked things you could see is a water spout over the Gulf of Mexico or on the ocean or something like that. That's a pretty wicked sight to see. Yeah. I'll never forget
How about a pine needle sticking through a telephone pole?
Yeah, I've seen
what
that.
About a pine needle sticking through a telephone pole?
I've seen that, and I've seen a damn LP record. You know the old LPs stuck into a tree too.
Sticking Hey, that's a badass fucking pine needle when it went through a telephone pole, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I've seen, them LP records, the vinyls. Like back in the day when we were kids and all. I seen one of those stuck in a tree.
Yeah. Hey, power of a tornado. Just think, we can get flooded here in Florida because Georgia gets rain.
Right.
We don't never even get a drop of rain and everything around here. All of a sudden, the water starts coming up every day.
Yep.
A day after day, it just keeps coming up. And if you ain't knowing about it, all your shit will get wet. Because most people live along the river. They got to pack all their stuff up.
There's pictures of it on Google where other people have found that happened before too. And there's also video of it on YouTube. I've seen that too. But I seen it before I knew what a YouTube or Google was. I was a kid then. That was that one that I was telling you about that went down I-44 throwing cars like they were kids with Matchbox cars.
And we got hit by 5 storms in 1 year down in Central Florida. As soon as the power came back on, like 2-3 weeks later, we'd get hit by another storm and the power would go out for another 2-3 weeks. I mean, like 5 storms back to back. What year was that? Like 2006 or something like that?
Yeah, it was either 2004, 2005, or 2006, one of those years.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, it was a fucking just shitty year, man.
That
was a shitty year.
but remember the two that went straight across over Tampa back in 2002 or 2003?
Yeah, I was there too for all of them. I've
Yeah,
been through every storm.
but well, one of them, the eye wall actually went over my house, uh, in Zephyr Hills, and
Uh-huh.
and they're right. You could look up, and it's just the most prettiest sky you ever wanted to see, clear, not much wind blowing or anything else. And I ran down to the fishing pond behind my house, and I started fishing. I tell you what, you want to talk about some of the best fishing you ever wanted to fish? That's some of the best fishing you ever wanted to fish. And I have a tornado. I caught approximately 75 fish in about 25 minutes, and they were all big enough to eat. And I threw them in a cooler, and I ran them back up to the house. And thank God it did, because the damn power went out when the backside of the eye wall came through, and it tore down trees and things like that, blocked us into our house for almost a week, and we ate fish for dinner.
Hell yeah, fresh fish.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
The tornado go up over. I can't remember the name of the. It's a big lake in Oklahoma City. It's called like Thunderbird or something like that.
mm-hmm.
And I've seen the tornadoes effect on that, and it just totally wiped it out. Like, just it was no more. I mean, they really had to refill the lake and everything, and they did it with gutter water is what they did, runoff. But
Yeah, Isaiah.
it's crazy how tornadoes work. It is an up and down draft.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a shear and a shear.
Right.
And it makes a tornado, but that updraft is what carries everything off of the ground.
Yep.
And
see, our tornadoes are different than the big ones out west.
Sucking fucking sidewalks off, fucking streets, ripping street lights out of the fucking ground, taking the fucking shit that's buried like 10 feet under, sucking it out of the ground,
Yeah,
So we can
I've
have
seen that. I've seen that in the one with, like I said, they're over in Joplin. I was there 3.5 hours because my old lady at the time, her daughters, like I said, were in that tornado, and I was driving them there, and it was the most insane thing you ever want to see. Cars were in trees, freaking whole buildings throw it over on their side, man. Just throw it over on their side,
and all the pole barns and shit like that are gone.
Yep.
You can't even tell they were there.
Yep.
Like everything in the pole barn, everything's gone, just disappeared.
You could have hundreds of tornadoes spawn off of one hurricane.
Yes, he's
but
right.
Out west, they have giant fucking tornadoes out west. That's not like what we have down here in Florida.
Right.
We could have
you get multiple
tiny,
tornadoes,
like hurricanes, tiny tornadoes.
One tornado, and you get like 5 going around it.
Yeah, yeah. But what he's talking about is like with a hurricane, especially like on the eye wall, especially on the backside of the eye wall.
Oh yeah,
there'd be 400 or 500 tornadoes come off that, and then on all the feeder bands, there could be another 100 or so come off them feeder bands. And they're just quick and short-lived. They're small, but they're powerful. They're quick. They hit. They tear up shit, and they're gone.
You could get 1s, 2s, and 3s out of one tornado. Like that F5 that went through Oklahoma City, there was 19 tornadoes around that motherfucker.
Yeah, lost generation. There you go. So yeah,
that's just a good old. That's just a summer storm down here in Florida. Hell, don't worry about a hurricane till If you see the locals pack their shit and leave, follow them. Otherwise, you ain't got to worry.
Wait, like on the Swanee River, the lower Swanee River, if you see boats coming up the river instead of going down the river, okay, like that's normal. They go down the river to go out to the Gulf of Mexico. And but if you see boats coming up the river and not going back down, you better start bringing your boat away from the edge of the water too, because there's a big one coming. And you'll see a line literally on the lower Swanee of boats coming in away from the Gulf to get their boats into safer harbor when a hurricane's coming in. Even that, but that still ain't safe. You know, I watched 6 boats sink. I watched six boats sink right there just down from where I used to stay at my airport there, partner. They're outside of Cross City, and they were just maybe 2 miles further down from me, and they had 6 of them sank right there trying to get
where
safe.
the St. Lawrence River is?
The Orange River?
No, St. Lawrence.
Oh, St. Lawrence, yes. Yeah, I know where St. Lawrence is. Yeah.
Okay, St. Lawrence River, we have military boats that come up that past where we are to get away from tornadoes. Or not tornadoes, but hurricanes.
No, well, I actually had more than this in here when I was talking about Sicky Ricky, but the drama went away.
When we have a hurricane, we can't leave till after the hurricane. Usually, you got to stay till it's over and then leave because you got to fix whatever's fucked up, and then you can go somewhere else and hang out for a few weeks till the power comes back on.
Right.
Most people want to run. Hell, they run right into the head of the storm. They end up out in the middle of nowhere in front of the storm. That don't make no sense either.
Well, the ones that get me are the ones that they're tripping out so bad that they're trying to outrun the storm, and they're acting so outrageous that they get in a wreck and can't get away from the storm. Yeah. I've seen that on. Go ahead.
Dude, you had more than 8 people in here when I came in here.
Do what?
I can't.
You had more than 8 people in here when I came in here.
Yeah, I had 20 plus. One of the things is all right. I'll see you if you want to come back PDF. You can. One of the things is FTP went live.
Okay.
So that drew a crowd away from me, and I plus I was talking about Sicky Ricky when I first came in, and then the drama went away. You know, drama sells a lot of times with the normal talking like this. It don't sell so well. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, some people don't like when you just sit and bullshit.
You're right. That's what I'm talking about. You're right. Yeah.
And
that's why I also try to include everybody that I see. Like Isaiah came in, I said hello to Isaiah. Lost Generation keeps talking in here, you know, Country Boy, even Mayhem, he says you draw a big crowd. And I'm like, yeah, when I was talking about Sicky Ricky and the drama was happening, I had a pretty good little amount, you know. Get him on the right topic, Mayhem. There you go, Country Boy.
Come on, Mayhem, come up here.
Yeah,
get us
up here. You can Mayhem us up here and see. Let's see if we get the right topic going. Huh?
I told Mayhem, see if you can get 100 people in here. Come on up.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him bring in 50. That's half of that 100. So let's go for 50.
Yep.
PDF is not a panel killer.
PDF ain't never been a panel killer.
Come over to my panel or come over to my stream tonight, 7:30.
Yep.
And see if PDF don't bring in a fucking crowd.
Yep.
and keep it there. I can guarantee it. PDF, hell, even cooking with Lulu.
Hey, that woman puts out great food. That's why she brings it. Everybody's hoping that she'll say, do what like Silver Diamonds do. I'm going to give away free food today. That's what everybody's hoping with cooking with Lulu. I'll tell you that now.
Hell yeah. Cooking with Lulu is like the pothead's dream. You know, if we could get mail orders from Cooking with Lulu on everything that she makes, like she could freeze dry it, or not freeze dry it, but freeze it and then send it to us. God, man, all those potheads would be fucking.
Oh, even me, I ain't a pothead. It would be my dream, dude. I ain't a pothead. You know that. That would be my dream. Yeah. That woman knows how to cook. I'm telling you.
I ordered out tonight, but I would drop what I ordered out if there was a Lulu meal here. We got a from KY. We got one of those the Kringle. We got one of those today.
Oh, right, yeah.
Kept it silent. I didn't let the old lady know about it at all.
Right.
And that motherfucker came today.
I didn't know they were called Pringles. I always called them big ass fucking the big ass. Well, yeah, she used.
It's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, but yeah, they're good, and I always get the cheese ones. I love cheese Danish. Yeah,
this one is cherry cheesecake.
Hey, Skank Hunter 42, welcome back. Here we go. So, Skank Hunter, you going to put us on the right topic? Mayhem says we ain't on the right topic.
Yeah, where's Bill? Bill just bailed.
Yeah, Bill bailed. Let's see here. See if Bill said anything.
Here we go again. Same old shit again.
Oh, wow. I missed that about swimming when we were talking about tornadoes. He said that he said he lived through a tornado. Damn, I saw that, but I didn't see that. He said it picked up our whole barn and dropped it. The poles came through the roof. And Caterpillar said never been in a tornado. And he says, no thanks. I saw the movie Twister, and her biggest fear is
one tornado. I've seen a whole shitload of them.
Her biggest fear is a tsunami. So there you go.
That's what I get for living in Oklahoma. Actually, I lived where there's hardly any tornadoes in northeastern Oklahoma. But you go down south to Oklahoma City, where I lived for like fucking 4 years, and I guarantee you're going to see a tornado.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Even if it don't hit anything, it's going to go across some of that farmland there.
Even when I lived in New Mexico, I didn't think they had tornadoes there. Fucking A, they have tornadoes there.
They got a lot of tornadoes in New Mexico. I keep up with a lot of the storm chasers.
They're usually the long ribbon ones that go all through the sky, all fucking crazy. They aren't the,
wedge. They ain't the wedge. Yeah, they're the rope type.
Yeah. It looks like a fucking gnarly, and they aren't very strong, but they are pretty fucking like they'll rip up some shit. But they're like a 1.5, 2 maybe.
Right.
But
they get out of control.
They ripped up a shed, and that was it. And then another one, it threw cars off of the highway, going from to Roswell.
State Cutter said he played at Farmville but never seen a tornado. That was actually sort of funny.
I've seen cows fly through the fucking air, just like on what damn movie,
Twister.
Twister. Fucking A. I have seen cows fly through the air. I have seen horses. I have seen trucks. I have seen cars.
I've seen the cars and shit. I know. Even that goat, we didn't see it. We didn't see it flying through the air or nothing. We were down in the basement. We had almost a 15-minute warning that the hurricane got hurricane on the brain. That the tornado was coming, and we got down in the basement, so we didn't see anything. I was pretty young then, and everything else too. So
Holy shit, dude. I can't think of all the tornadoes that I've actually seen, but not been in. I mean, I've been in one. Actually in where if I went outside, I'd be up in the air.
yeah.
I mean, I've only been in one tornado, and it was like fucking 10 seconds of fucking pure hell, but
Right.
it was like
Honestly, the closest one that came to my house was a quarter of a mile away.
shit. We had one go right by our house, right next to it. It didn't hurt the house that was on the other side of us, and it didn't hurt us because we were like probably 200 yards away from each other. But it went right down the middle of us, and that's the closest I've been to a tornado. I don't want to ever be that close again.
Mayhem says, "What's in the pipe? This guy's delirious."
It's just weed. Look, it's this right here. And I found out today this is purple nurple.
Purple nurple. He's smoking purple nurple.
The purple is in my nurple.
I have sold pounds of that in the past. Pounds and pounds and pounds.
An ounce and a half of that shit. That's it.
Huh?
That's only an ounce and a half of that shit.
Yeah, I know. That looks about right for about an OZ, a little over an OZ. Yeah.
It cost me $100 for that.
That ain't bad, really. Actually, that ain't bad.
No, that's cheap as fuck.
And
I get that price because it's a relative.
Right. I was going to say, because we used to sell that purple nurple for $150 for an OZ, so you're getting a half ounce. You're getting $50 cheaper plus a half ounce on top of it.
So. And the wedding cake that I had, shit, I think half of it was gave to me.
Yeah.
And then I gave her some money for the other half.
Yeah. Yes, lost generations. The Eagles was a great band. The Eagles football team sucks.
You know how much I pay for that wax that I got? I got 2 grams, a little over 2 grams.
What?
Guess how much I paid for that?
I don't know. I've never really sold the wax or anything. So
wax goes for a lot.
Okay. I don't know. I can't give you
about a gram. It would cost you probably about 80-ish. Well, I bought 2.5 grams for 70.
Oh wow, that ain't bad. I guess that. Bug DSS says, "What's the wedding cake like?"
Hell freeze over. Never forget that. My first concert was Scorpions.
Well, can you explain what wedding cake is like?
Wedding cake is a indica, and it's one that will put you ain't going to be in the couch. You're going to be under the couch.
Okay.
And the stuff that I have right now, it's an indica, and it'll pretty much relax you on the couch and make you kind of. It's not for inexperienced smokers. Let's put it that way. Don't
Uh,
go
uh,
thinking that
the
you're a pothead and you can fucking handle this shit
That was
and
strong.
rip on the pipe like I can. Don't do it.
see, I never did sell any birthday cake, so I don't know. But I did sell some Gorilla Glue, and I know people today still yet that swear by Gorilla Glue and won't smoke anything but.
Purple Nurple, it's way better than Gorilla Glue ever thought of being.
Well, I don't know. I never smoked it, so I can't tell you. I just sold it. I just know people like the Gorilla Glue over the Purple Nurple and like it over other types that we had. But then again, uh, uh, a lot of people like the Purple Nurple too. So, and I can tell you that. So,
Purple Nurple is super sticky. Like you can't pull it apart. You have to grind it, and it'll dull your grinder.
it must be CG. You just came in. Even though all we're doing is talking about pot.
Sativa. DSS, I do not like sativa. Sativa is something you give me when you want to piss me the fuck off. That's what sativa is. Sativa is something that fucks with my PTSD, and you don't want to give it to me. It's a bad thing.
Mayhem needs to grab his notebook. Oh, shit.
Yes.
Manipulated the seasonal friend. Has anyone ever seen a real moon rock? No, I have never seen a rock from the moon.
And I like the moon rocks that are made out of weed. I can make one right now. I have enough keef, enough wax, and enough bud to do that. I can do that my own damn self. I choose not to because I'd rather go down and make a like some tea or something. Take a big old dab and put it in there instead of bud. Hell yes. Fucking, I'd rather drink a. You want to see me fucked up? Get me on that fucking tea. Shit, I'll fucking. Oh, make me go.
I think you confused Mayhem. You confused Mayhem with that question.
Might eat some of these.
Holy shit.
They're fucking cold.
I love Kata. When Kata gets going, she's got some doozies that'll stump you, things like that. I understand that. Poor Mayhem. I've never heard of moon rock tea, but I've had my fair share of shroom tea when I was younger. Shroom tea, shroom Kool-Aid, you name it. We used to make that shrooms.
Dude, you can make anything out of weed or weed byproducts.
Yeah. I ain't never done it, with that, we always just smoked the hell out of it, but it never lasted long enough to make anything else out of it.
I've been smoking weed more than most of these people been alive.
That I believe. Yeah.
I mean, I'm 56 years old and I've been smoking since I was 8. I'm not proud of that. I'm just saying, that's when I started. But I've smoked so many different kinds of weed in my life. The very first one that I ever smoked was Thai bud out of a 3-chamber bong, and everybody thought I was going to pass out, and I didn't. Everybody else passed out. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at 8 years old. 3-chamber bong telling me to fucking rip that motherfucker. I didn't know what I was fucking doing, so I ripped it. I fucking went outside and puked all over the place, but had boogers every fucking where, goddamn drooling out of my fucking mouth and shit, and nothing happened. So it I can smoke what most people would say, fuck, man, I'm just using that for sleep. Because damn straight, you're going to go to fucking sleep. It just calms me down. It just makes me to where I'm tolerable during the day instead of a fucking nervous ass wreck all fucked up and shit.
Yeah, that's a better way to ask that question, country boy. Why do you choose to continue your air addiction? I like that.
Air.
Uh,
Yeah, damn.
he's not
Yeah.
gonna make it that one. Why do you continue? Why do you choose to continue your
Holy,
air?
why do you choose to continue your air addiction? I think
I like that one.
Country Boy, he is. I like the fuck out of Country Boy because he doesn't mind the trolls, and on my panels, I choose to get rid of the nervous stress, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
Uh, I just don't want it on my channel. Now, everybody's entitled to their own opinion and shit like that, but opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Yep.
And you know, it's the bad opinions or the bad uh the ones that play with my PTSD that I
Mhm.
get rid of.
Right.
I don't like anything playing with that fucking PTSD. So
I understand. I understand. God's poetry says, "What's the difference between sativa and indica?" I know indica, they say, put your ass to sleep. Sativa
indica puts you
will
to
wind you
sleep.
up.
Sativa is your daytime bud, where you want to get up and move around and do all that shit that you want to do. Sativa is or indica is that one that if you're suffering from, say, PTSD like I am, or you have uh like a hyperactivity in you, you're just so fucking hyper that people can't stand you. Smoke some fucking indica and you will mellow right the fuck out.
I tell you what, you want something that'll knock you on knock you on the dirt? Get some Micanopy Madness out of Florida. I'm telling
Hey,
y'all.
I'm gonna have to take off. My friend's trying to call me and he's telling my old lady, tell that bitch to fucking answer me.
Oh, okay.
So I better go and talk to him because he he's the one that brings me these deals for like next to nothing. So
oh, okay. Okay. Sounds good to me. I
I
understand
am
that.
out of here and I will see you on my panel later, brother.
All right. See you in a while, man.
See you in a little bit, bro.
Let's see here. See what he's doing. Well, I guess FTP went off for being live. He was streamed 60 minutes ago. He was going into the NC Hills. So I guess he's going to North Carolina, I guess. Wow. I don't know what NC Hills are. Well, okay. If that's North Carolina, damn, that's pretty. Or wherever he's at. Uh, but yeah, anybody can come up if y'all want to try to come up here. This is the GMO weed. Micanopy Madness is not a made up strain, I guarantee you. Neither is the Ocala Creeper. Ocala Creeper is it ain't even half as good as Micanopy Madness. But There you go, Beowulf. uh, uh, there we go. I wished I could get you some Micanopy Madness. Unfortunately, I'm here in I am here in New York. It ain't so easy to get it here when it's from Florida. It's a Florida strain. So, but I'm glad to see Joe Cool got out of Chicago for a little bit. He got to he's taking a trip around over there in the West, which is cool as hell. I'm glad to see that for him. He needed to have the stress relief. I think it wound up being a good thing for him. He seemed to be in a better mood over there and everything. You know what I mean? So I'm glad he's doing that for himself. We all need a stress relief every now and again. Oh yeah, I forgot about all that crap. They're having a fit because they can't get enough computer chips for cars and things like that. That's funny as hell. Let's see here. I'm just looking up different stories on the little news feed thing right now that I have. They're the new thing is like uh, uh, like Coca Cola. Now this just blows my mind. Coca Cola is now trying to teach white people to not be so white. Even a lot of black folk have seen that this is a bunch of bullshit. They think it's stupid. Uh, uh, as a matter of fact, one black person gave me one of the things that I use all the time now when I talk about that. What's a white person going to do to change to make himself less white? Is he going to take a magic marker and go up and down his skin and make himself black with a magic marker? I mean, it's magic. It might work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And a black guy even said that. You know, that's where I heard that first. Yeah. Uh, that shit just blowing my mind. Yeah, yeah. Don't be so critical of non-working people. Literally, it says due to one of their rules is I was watching oh what's his name Unite America First, right? He was showed where on one of the tweets. They put it out for people to see, but it literally, one of the texts that this guy got off of his phone for the training was, if you see a black person not doing his job properly or not doing his job at all, don't be so critical of that and tell the boss. What the fuck? If someone ain't working, I don't care if they're white, black, pink, purple, whatever. The boss should know because they're hindering the damn productivity. Okay, I don't care. That was one of the stupidest things I ever seen or heard or read in my life. It blew my mind. I went ice fishing, I think now twice in my life, Cata. Ice fishing is not for me. Maybe if I had one of them shacks that they get into, I could probably do ice fishing. But the two ice fishing trips I did, I wasn't in a shack. I was out on the ice, had the air blowing around me, and it was colder than a freaking witch's tit. You know. Yeah, that's the only thing I could say, Cat. Man, go to the tanning bed 7 days a week, shit like that. That shit just blew my mind with that. And Coca Cola's doing this now. Then they also got this professor teaching the 8 different ways to see uh, the what how to the 8 steps to knowing a white racist. And even black people fall under the white racist rules for him. And he even says so in his damn study. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he's teaching this shit at a college as well. You know, all white people are racist in some manner, according to this black professor. All white people are racist in some manner, and there's 8 different ways to prove which way they are racist. And several of them ways, he even says black people fall under them as well. It's mind blowing. So the shit that's being taught being taught at a college, and then they're wanting to try to start teaching this to young people. They're wanting to start putting this as a curriculum in in schools. Kids schools. Last generation fell on the ice. Fell today on the ice. I couldn't go snowboarding down a mountain and take that risk. You'll do a small run, lost generations. That sounds like fun. That I agree with there, country boy. I'd love to go trout fishing soon too. Bass fishing's fun. Yeah, I mean, you could be any other color, man. I mean, I guess, and you're fine. But white is not cool. You know. And what gets me is, uh, you got Biden, and even again, this was one that blew my mind. Officer Truman, that's a channel, by the way. He brought this up. The Black conservative twins brought this up. And United American First brought this up, and these are all black guys, okay? and they had a huge problem with Biden 2 days ago, and they keep cutting it off. But they kept the clip themselves because they watched the whole thing through where Biden was talking and and talking his crap. Um, he sat there and he said the N word. Okay, saying I can't wait until the day uh, that that a black man will come to me and say, "Come sit with me, my nigger." Okay, uh, that that's how he said it, and you could hear it plain as day. And they're the ones having a fit over that, not not so much to it was insane that he would say that, and I don't understand that why Biden would do something like that, you know. And yes, I use the N word. It was a teaching tool. It was not me being racist. It was a teaching tool. I got to put that disclaimer in there because if I don't, it could be hate speech and YouTube could try to shut my channel down again. So, and if you heard what I was saying, I was repeating what the president of what you call the president of the United States, YouTube. So, not my president, but your president. So, just saying. Oh, cutthroat trout. I caught two of those in my life in Arkansas, Cata, and that's a pretty trout. It's a pretty trout. Yeah, yeah, they dropped cursive writing because it was too identifying, Tough Cup. And if you actually look at the programming, that's why they said drop cursive writing. It's too identifying because the cursive writing gives a artistic flair, and everybody has a type of artistic flair. So. Oh, thank you, Nova Guy. I hope you're doing well, Nova Guy. By the way. I Caterpillar, I wonder if Creepy Joe understands half of what he's saying. Honestly, I'm telling you that now. It's insane. I've never seen anybody like him. You know, he gets this far away off look like he's starting to have a mini stroke, and then uh, goes unresponsive, even in his speaking. Almost makes me wonder if there is something to the truth that they've cloned that fucker a couple of times and the clones are melting down after so long. Because it seems like about every 2 to 3 weeks, Biden has one of them mental breakdowns. So just saying. I know. I just give you something to think about. No, I'm not. I'm not saying they actually did it, but there's some people that think that he may have been cloned. And maybe it does make you wonder if there might be some truth to that. And they only last so long, and then they have to replace them again. Yeah. After seeing them weird ass marks on his hand, like he was hooked up to something too, there for a while too. Just makes you wonder. I'm glad that one of my community strikes have gone down. Thank goodness for my channel. So I ain't got I still got 2 more community strikes before I get removed from YouTube permanently on this channel. again. I couldn't believe it. I put my own opinion to the virus and mask and vaccine. They did not have. They didn't do anything with that. I took that video down and did a video stating what the president's own press secretary said, word for word for word, and they got me on that and gave me a community strike. That blew my mind. But yet her shit's still up on YouTube. So that shows you how stupid YouTube's guidelines have been getting. You get banned for what the president's press secretary says, word for word, but yet she can say it and it's still not up there, or it's still up there. Excuse me. Why is she not banned from YouTube, or at least got a community strike from YouTube for saying the same exact word? It makes no sense. I'm telling you that now. Deep fake, yeah, might be. They're Canada. It might be. Is right. You're right, country boy. You're right on that. As a matter of fact, they don't want you to know what the old Constitution is because they're. Biden said he's going to change the Constitution if he gets a chance. He's going to change it. He says that it's an old, outdated document that needs to be gotten rid of, or at least amended and changed. So, and he's trying to do that. He's trying to do that right now as we speak with the with the bullshit of trying to get the new get that H1 HR1 passed, HR 17 and HR 517 all passed. That's going after our Second Amendment. So bad, big time. You know, um, you know, there you go, Lost Generations. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. You're cheering for Linwood. There you go. I like the idea of 100% equality, man. I always have, and you can't. And just because someone don't agree with you, you can't start hollering you're racist and you're not equal because of whatever color their skin is. Okay, you know, I have a very good black friend here in Rochester that I made. We do not see eye to eye, but he don't see me as a racist. Okay, uh, we see eye to eye on a lot of things, but we don't see eye to eye on a lot of other things. Okay, uh, I don't consider him a black racist for not agreeing with me. Okay, we're just two guys that don't agree on certain things. It happens. Oh my God! Wow. Welcome to the world, the real world. The real world is not everybody's going to agree with everybody on everything. That is the real world. You know, they want everybody to agree on everything. If you don't agree on it, you're going to jail or you're going to a nut house, or because they're already trying to condemn you to hell or condemn you to condemn you to being a demon or something because you just disagreed with it. That makes no sense. You know, the world was founded on disagreements. You can't better yourself without a disagreement. You become stale and stagnant because you don't have anybody testing your points of knowledge at that point. You don't have anybody contesting what you have to say, so you have to go and prove what you're saying to to make sure that this is just science here. I'm talking about science. I ain't talking about general life either. In science, if you don't have someone disagreeing with you or coming up with a new theory that disagrees with your theory, things like that, then you can't prove it. Okay, and that's why I'm having a big problem with this global warming crap. When there's theories out there saying, about every 10,000 years, the Earth goes through a major shift in the global climate, da 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 da. But they're trying to suppress that and only put out it's all the pollution's fault. Okay. Then they try to say the United States is 13% of the pollution problem. Okay. Well, China's 54% of the pollution problem. But you don't hear them saying that about China, do you? They have killed more people with pollution in China than probably any other country, I might add as well. There was hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people died of mercury poisoning on I forget the name of that river now. I think it was the Mengchong or some shit like that, where they were for almost 45 years they were putting mercury into the water, and people were being poisoned by it. You know, you're right. The narratives are sure skewed. You ain't kidding, Lost Generation, and people just don't get it though, and still try to spout to me the damn. I tell them quit listening to mainstream media and learn something. Quit spouting mainstream media to me. They've been proven to be liars time and 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 time again. Okay, repeatedly proven liars. So why would you want to spout me this? Why are you not taking your time to go learn something? They bring up the topic, go learn about it, and then you'll realize that these people are lying to you continuously. They'll bring you a small bit of truth and then put their own narrative to it. Okay. And lie. It's like that black guy that was shot down there in Atlanta in the back by them cops. The first thing they showed, that black guy looked like he was pointing back at the cop. Okay. Uh, and then, but because the cops report said, oh, he had my taser and he was trying to shoot me with my taser, so I was in fear of my life. So they consider that a non-lethal way to subdue you. So but for a cop to be shot at by a non-lethal way to subdue you, he was in fear for his life that he might die by getting shot by the taser. Go figure that one out too. There's a contradiction in terms. I just wanted to let you know that that's a contradiction in terms. As long as they're using it on you, it's a non-lethal means to subdue you. But if it's used on them, it could kill them. Just saying. So that's one. But let's get back to the story at hand. When they first showed that news report, it looked like he was pointing back at that black man, or that black man was pointing back at that cop. Okay, with his fingers, like said, "You leave me the fuck alone and run it." Well, now the narrative comes out that through the Atlanta police force that the guy had stolen the cop's taser, and was trying to shoot him with a taser. Well, the next one you see, the next news report I see is a news report with the guy had a yellow thing in his hand and it looked like a little puff of smoke coming out of the end of it where he shot it. Uh, uh, and he had a yellow thing in his hand running from the cop as well. Uh, what I saw was a bunch of lying bullshit. So, the so that right there, anybody with half a brain will realize that right there. If they're going to lie about that, something as big as that, by God, they're going to lie about everything, and I mean everything. So, and you can't tell me the news did not see their first report. He did not have something yellow in his hand, and then the next report he had something yellow in his hand, because all the reports that were on YouTube and Twitter and all that where he didn't have something yellow in his hand have been taken down by the news media. But there are people out there that have it on their channel showing it that he did not have it in his hand. Okay. So that shows you how bad the news media is and can be. So, but on that note, guys, Upstate just went live. Upstate Audits. He just went live. Let me get his. I'll get his link for you if you want to go over there. I'm gonna go over there and chill with him. And but let me put his link in there for you, and y'all could go over there and chill with Upstate with me. He's a good guy. Upstate Audit's a good guy. Uh, he uh, he does he'll put a lot of stuff out there uh for people to see and things like that. Okay, what is going on? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. There we go. Paste and there's Upstate's link, guy. Yeah, you're right on that, Kata. I agree. Because they've even said that I mean, there's several of them now. They quieted this down, but there was one on the news. That black guy over there on CNN. He said that all Trump kids need to be retaught. All kids that are from parents that supported Trump, they need to have their kids taken away from them and be retaught. And then that guy from PBS said the very same thing. Okay, and got his ass fired for it. But the black guy didn't on CNN. Now, if you got two very outspoken people, you damn well know that non-outspoken people over there are thinking the same damn thing because they're their mouthpiece. Yeah, Don Lemon, that's his name, Don Lemon. That's their mouthpiece. That's a big mouthpiece for them people, them Democratic people that are higher up that want to get rid of the Trump the Trump MAGA movement. Okay, uh, so they're talking about putting kids in concentration camps. You know, oh yeah, big time, Caterpillar, big time. And and there's nothing about that man I like because of that. and all he does is run his yaps. But if you listen to him and listen to what he has to say, he is the left's mouthpiece. And I'm not saying all lefts. I'm saying the higher up lefts that want to get rid of uh, the MAGA movement. They're spazzing out, thinking Trump might run. And now that the articles of impeachment were dropped on President Trump, and he was found not guilty, uh, they uh, uh, they are spazzing that he might try to run for 2024. That's how bad they are right now. They are literally spazzing out over this man, and just trying to smear him with all sorts of lies and shit like that. Now, some of it's got some truth to it. Very little of it, but uh, you know, and what the truth that they got is so minor compared to what's going on with the infractions of them right now. It's so minor that it ain't even funny. I mean, they even went against the Constitution so bad with this articles of impeachment that they tried to go through that that a judge, for one, the articles of impeachment was pretty well nullified anyway, because if you read the rules for putting on the trial for articles of impeachment, it has to have a sitting judge. The sitting judge refused to do it. The one they wanted there refused to do it. They did not have a sitting judge. They had someone from Congress uh, uh, facilitating over the articles of impeachment. Then they went as far as to even falsify the House, what do they call it, managers. It even went on to falsify evidence about Trump. Now, I don't know about you or me. I do know about you and me, excuse me. If we were to falsify documents and try to enact them into a trial of any kind, we would be in jail right now. We would not be still sitting in the House of Representatives because we're above the law. We'd be in jail. And if they would have done the same thing to Biden, guarantee you they would be asking for the resignation of anybody who did it that was going against Biden. They'd be asking right now for the resignation, or they would be trying to get them out any way, shape, or form they could. Okay, if they falsified any shit and got caught on national TV doing so against Biden. Okay, just like the Democratic House managers did. Okay, they got and of course the news didn't make nothing out of it. You know, they had to say something because it was caught by everybody in the United States that was watching it at that time. So they had to say something, but they said so little about it and just pushed it under the rug. And even one freaking news reporter, female news reporter, uh, was like, "Yeah, well, ain't it okay just to say a couple of white lies and then and not push the issue?" What the fuck? They would have pushed the issue and then some if it was the other way around and someone going after Biden. Okay, guarantee you they would have nailed them people to the fucking cross. Ask for resignation. If you didn't get resigned, we will try to impeach you. Ah, da, 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 da. Uh, yeah, try to get your constituents to recall you. Whatever, it's just freaking insane. Oh, I agree with you on that, Caterpillar, with Chief Justice Roberts and it's the CIA. The FBI ain't too far behind that either. So, yeah, I agree with you on that, Cat. I agree with you big time. Uh, you know, that they I'm mind blown that if we did what they did, you know, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in jail, possibly prison. And they get away with it, and no one talks about it. The Republicans ain't even trying to bring up articles of impeachment or trying to get them to resign or anything else over that. They're sitting there going, rolling over like the proverbial lap dog. Okay. Uh, it's insane. It's insane to me. I be McGinty. Okay. Hi, I be McGinty. Sorry you came in so late because I'm shutting her down. I'm gonna go hang out with Upstate guys. If you want to hang out with a cool dude, Upstate Audits is a cool dude. I like him. He's a cool dude. He's an old pothead, but I mean, shit. I don't hold that against him not one bit. I like the dude. He's a good dude. I got to meet him personally. I got to meet Country. Uh, okay, good. I'm glad it was bored to you. I be McGinty. I'm glad. See you. Uh, um, try to have a good evening, man. I'm going over there. I'm gonna head out. Good talking with y'all. I love you, Caterpillar. You know that. Everybody that was here that spoke in the chat, even the trolls. Like I said, this was troll time. If you wanted to troll, you missed out on your time. Uh, but see you later, Cat. Y'all try to have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be. Hey, Ricky G, later, man. I am out.